Hey guys and gals out there, welcome to Rhino Shaves. This is going to be my premiere, my debut video on this channel. Just wanted to go through a quick shave for you folks out there. Full disclosure, I don't get paid by anybody to do this, unfortunately, but we're going to go ahead and get right into the video so I can just give you a nice little shave. Hopefully, hope you guys have been having great shaves out there as well. What I've been doing the last 10 minutes, I've just got out of the shower from the gym, and I've been soaking my brush here in a Timeless bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and empty that out completely, give this brush a little bit of shake. I'll be using the Semogue 830, one of my absolute favorite Badger brushes out there. Not very expensive. I think I paid about 20 bucks for this on Amazon. I will be today using some of the software here. I'm going to be using some Katie's Bubbles. If you guys have not tried this, well, guess what? I haven't either, so I get to use this for the first time today. It's Katie's Bubbles. It's the Berganac Bay. So we're going to try that out today. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take a little bit of this out. I'm just going to take a coin and try to scrape some of this out here. This is more of like a crope. All right, so I'm going to be putting this in my Timeless bowl and kind of smearing it in the bottom a little bit just to make it a little bit easier. And I'll show you that here in just one second. I'm going to add maybe just a tiny bit of water to get it going, so we'll see what happens with that. So here we go. All right, so about that much. Okay, again, I'll be using that Semogue 830. Now for the hardware today, I'm going to be using a 1969. This is a Gillette 1969 Super Speed. All right, black handle, really, really nice. If you guys can see that, really, really pretty. So I'll be using that today, along with a Gillette Super Thin blade that I've got in there. Looks just like this, a Gillette Super Thin. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is made in Thailand. A little bit more difficult to come by, but if you can find them, we'll see what happens. This will be the second use on this, so we're going to see how that performs. So I'm going to go ahead and, excuse me, put the lid right back on this Katie's Bubbles here. All right, that should be good enough. And we're going to go ahead and start with this Semogue 830 with the Timeless bowl. This is a great bowl too, by the way, to use. I have used it before. I've just not gotten the opportunity to use this Berganac Bay. It's a bay rum. It's got some really good undertones of clove, which is really nice too. You can see that's coming up really, really well right now. Like I said, I'm going to try to make this kind of quick for you folks. Don't want to make it too long of a video. Who doesn't get bored, right? It's kind of funny. When I first started watching these videos of guys in their bathrooms doing this, I thought I was silly. I thought my friends were silly as well. But they end up giving you a lot of information on a lot of products. So I'm actually going to give a review on this Katie's Bubbles as well, since I've not used it before. Okay, you can see that's coming up really, really nice. So we're going to keep doing this. Hope you guys have been having great shaves. I know I certainly have. You can see that I've got a lot of fur right now on my face. This has been about 4 days worth of growth for me. I don't grow hair as fast as a lot of folks that I know out there, so we'll see what happens. I'm just going to add a sprinkle of water. We're just going to go like this, add a little sprinkle. There we go. Keep spinning this around, and boy, I tell you what, this is really creating a lot of fantastic lather there, as you guys can see. Look at that. That's just, oh, that's just crazy. And there's a lot more in the bowl that I can't even show you guys. So we're going to start with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and wet my face. Like I said, I just hopped out of the shower just a few moments ago. Give me just 1 second here. There we go. All right, so wet face. Now I do always like to use a pre-shave. I'm going to be using the Cube from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. All right, this is the Cube. I suggest everyone get one of these. Now I just put a little rubber band around that so I can hold on to it. So we're going to go ahead and throw some of that here on my face. So what have you guys done over the weekend? Tell you what I did yesterday, Sunday. We have Sundance TV. I don't know who else out there has that, but they had a few good big man movies that played, which were really, really cool. Let me rest my hands here real quick. They had the Patriot, you know, Mel Gibson, but of course everything with Mel Gibson, since he writes and produces and stars in his own movies. They're all pretty decent. We had Gladiator with Russell Crowe that was fantastic, and Troy with Brad Pitt back in the day, which was also a great movie. So I actually ended up watching it twice. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and start lathering up here. Just kind of paint this on a little bit to begin with. Look how this thing splays. It's just beautiful. And I really like to get in here, exfoliate the skin. Of course, that's what brushes are for, right? If I can figure out this new YouTube thing, I will put links below to show you where to get some of these things. Obviously, you can't really find the Gillette unless you go to antique shops, which I say everyone should go out to their antique shops, especially for Gillettes, gems, things of that nature. You can find them relatively cheap, and they do a hell of a job, especially for being as old as they are. Like I said, the one that I'll be using today is a 1969, just a couple of years before I was born, and it still holds up. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and heat this blade up real quick. Like I said, I'll be using the Gillette Super Thins, all right, from Thailand, if I'm not mistaken. And off we go. We'll go ahead and start off with this side here. Like a lot of growth. And again, like I said, this is the second pass with this Gillette Super Thin. Oh yeah, a lot of hair falling out of that, of course. And you can really hear that feedback, which is outstanding. That's what we want, especially for a first pass. You want to hear a lot of feedback. Now, here's the big thing for those of you that are just getting started. Don't press down. Just let the blade do the work, let the razor do the work. had a few friends that have tried this. They end up making a horrible mistake of pushing down, and they get cut. And that's exactly what you don't want to do. This isn't like a 5-blade or anything like that. You got to keep in mind, this is double edge, but it's one blade on either side, right? So what they tend to do is with 5 blades, they'll run down their face about 5 times, you know, in one pass. And that actually means that they're doing it 15 times, 15 blades. Well, 15 strokes altogether. When it does not take that. Look at there. First pass, beautiful so far. So far, so good. So let's go ahead and put this down. There's a little bit of water on the face here. For a first pass, that's very, very good. But remember, we got a couple other passes. Now, a lot of guys, they'll do like, you know, 3, 4 passes, which is all fair enough. You know, your mileage may vary. I tend to do a couple and hit like across the grain and against the grain, kind of in one fell swoop. So let's see how this happens. See, that's still got plenty of soap on it. So we're going to go ahead and soap up again. I'm just going to add a smidge of water on the tips there, so I can thin it out. Just, man, that really smells good. That Bourbonnais Bay, I believe it's created in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. I've got a really good friend of mine, Glenn Haley, that actually lives in New Jersey, so I'm pretty sure that this may have been named after a bridge, and I'm sure somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Just go ahead and put it in there real good. Splay this brush out. I tell you what, I really love this brush, and I really am loving this scent. I don't have a bay rum, except for this one now, in my shave gun. And there we go. Let's just go ahead and paint this on. A lot of times I'll use a nice little little 8 pattern there. Smooth this out, just kind of paint it on. And here we go. Let me rinse off my hands real quick. Heat up this blade once again. And here we go with the second pass. Now we'll start against the grain. Hope you guys are catching this. I tell you, I really like this razor. And the blade's not too bad either for a second. Notice how very carefully I go across that. I don't like to talk while I'm doing that area right here. A lot of folks have a hard time with that. Very nice. And if you notice, my little icon on the page gives you a beard map, like a grain map, to show you which way your beard actually grows. If I can, I'll send a link to where I found that picture so you can download it, and you can make your own beard map. I'm going to go ahead and do one more swipe on here. I'm going to add just a touch of water. And for me, this will be actually my pickup. So all I do really is I feel around my face and find out what I'm missing, okay? Just like that. There we go. Now the residual slickness on this really isn't that bad. So if you just add a little bit of water, just rinse that off real quick. Oh yeah, very nice. Oh yeah, that's very, very nice. Very slick. All right, I'll tell you what. Just a little bit right there. Oh, that's really, really nice. We're talking BBS right there, all right? So what I'm going to do, let's turn this off. And I'm going to switch this over to some cold water. I'm going to take a nice cold face rinse, kind of close all those pores out. Oh, wow, that feels fantastic. So I'm just going to take a little cloth here. Get my ears a little bit. Now you can see how far down I've honed all that. I mean, this is like BBS. So now what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use something, like I said, I don't have any bay rum scent, so I'm going to use a little bit of I've just got a little traveler bottle of Clubman Special Reserve, so we're going to go ahead and use that. No weepers, nothing like that. Came out absolutely perfectly. So let's do a little bit of this. Another good point, make sure that you rub this stuff together. It really brings out what's supposed to be in it. Little burn there, little burn. That just shows you how close that I got. So that's beautiful. And you always want to replenish your skin with a little bit of like some sort of cream or a balm. So I'm going to use, let's see here, I'm going to use some Nivea for Men cream just to add some of that oil back into my face. Just going to take a little touch of that, A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit down here, and just rub it all in real good. That'll replenish all those oils. All right, and I think that's going to do it. Hey, if you guys like this video, if you want to know more, I plan on doing a plethora of videos to help you guys out, especially the new guys out there. So the next video might be maybe how to actually start with your wet shaving. So click on the link below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, hit a like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. And I will be back very, very soon with the next video. You guys have a fantastic day.